What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? It was a good, I would say, weekend. I've been working in the back end. We're all in this matrix. And before I made this video, I was very, very happy because I have all these thoughts, and I wanna share it with you guys. So yeah, today was a good day. I had some Publix sub. There's a drink with it. There was actually this cute girl at the Publix, and usually I like cold approach women, but this time I didn't do it. All I did was just say, have a nice day. We had like a short conversation though. It was just like, she was hot, and it's hot outside and I'm in Florida. So she was really, really hot, and she said she felt bad for the people doing roofing. And she was actually talking to her coworker. It was at the drink station, and I was getting my drink with my sub. I got the chicken tender sub, and it was delicious. I like to reward myself after work. But yeah, work was good. I know I have my shirt off because it's really hot right now. I'm recording in my car, my little Toyota. And yeah, work was good. I'm actually recording this video because I listen to my favorite YouTubers like Steph is Cold, and yeah, just the raw truth matters. And so basically with work, it was a storm. It was a storm, and it teaches me how I can be like a CEO. Like, it teaches me emotional intelligence. Like, what I do, if you don't have emotional intelligence, you're gonna crash the fuck out. That's what they be saying nowadays, crash out. Crash out means when you get out of character, or like not physically crashing out like a car, like just crashing out means when you go into a space where you see red or you see black, and you start complaining like crazy. And a lot of people, that's what they do, on social media like TikTok or Reels or story times. A lot of gender wars going on and all that stuff, but I'll talk about that later. What I do, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence, and yeah, I deal with a lot of glitches. I'm in the tech space. You know, I do clean for Avari, but at the same time, I have to take pictures. I have to be a photographer. I like to say that. I like to be I have to take good pictures so that, when the people who do inspections, I do inspection as well, but it's like I'm in the cleaning business or the hospitality business where everything matters. There's stuff going on where people own probably Airbnbs in there, and there's owners who have authority over some of the units that me and my team clean. So I have to be a boss, pretty much. I have to be, well, I'm a private contractor as well, but at the same time, it puts me in a space where I'm managing, and I'm also managing people as well. I remember I was on a Twitter space, and people, they always like, they give you a mic and they'll get curious, and then they'll ask you, what do you do for work? I say, I manage people. I don't really have to tell them what company I work for or whatever, but I do work for, Avari. It was Vacasa. It used to be a Vacasa, but now they rebranded to Avari, and I'm actually proud of myself now because I want to tell you guys how I upgraded. I used to record my old videos. I used to record off this phone right here, um, this iPhone 7 Plus, and pretty much I was just. This phone is a dinosaur, but it's still a smartphone, but it's not as fast enough. Right now, I'm recording on iPhone 14 Plus, and I had to put the phone on airplane mode so people don't call me um, while I'm recording this content for you guys. But yeah, I used to record on this phone, and then it didn't have any space. Imagine I'm paying like $1 at Apple for 50 gigs. Oh, I also created a link tree. I bought a subscription for like 7 days, and it's called Page, and I put in all my links in there, like my Facebook, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and etc. Um, it's just for networking purposes, because you never know what's out there. I put everything in there because closed mouths don't get fed. So you know, I create this content for my haters, the stalkers, the non-believers, the overseers. You know how Drake be saying, um, um, in this matrix that we're in. Um, for my haters, my stalkers, non-believers, the overseekers, the overachievers. This is for y'all, and it's mostly for my haters too, because the haters, they give me substance. Because the thing about life is that people are not gonna take you seriously. Like, even when you're like really really serious about what you got going on, they're not gonna take you serious. So I learned to just deal with that, because I could be goofy, but I could be serious too. So I learned to just cope with everything, with the emotional intelligence, which is why I said the job that I do, you have to have emotional intelligence. Well, any job, to be honest, you gotta have emotional intelligence, because you're gonna have distractions, and you're gonna have to be really really focused. Like, when I be cleaning, bro, or whenever I'm doing my thing, like when I used to work at Portillo's, for example, it's a hot dog company. They're really known for their milkshakes, and they came out of Chicago, and they franchised out to Florida. They probably have like maybe 4 restaurants now, or maybe 5 plus. Um, People are always rebranding. They're always building. But yeah, I was locked in. I you know I would do these things where I would get off social media for 30 days, and I would do these challenges for myself. And you can watch my old vlogs. I talk about these things. People are gonna think you're crazy because you're going against the norm. So when you go against the norm, people are gonna think you're crazy or you're weird. Even when you're focused on your purpose, like, I could say I'm a millionaire right now, and people are gonna think I'm crazy or I'm weird. And it kind of sucks when I believe in somebody, and they don't believe in themselves. So I have to put all that energy back into my own self. Um, I have a lot to talk about because the camera's rolling right now. I'm really, really appreciating this iPhone upgrade because, yo, I was going through a lot with this little phone right here. Even with work, I clean like 7 plus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 12 houses. Like I cleaned a lot, and I have a team member with me, and they're not tech savvy. I work with older individuals, so I have to put myself in their level, and I see their value as well because you know whenever the cars break down, they're the ones that gotta fix it, and as the guy who's a millennial, um, I have to be the one to manage their phones and go through the app, whether they forget their passwords or the codes, they can't log in their not log in, they can't navigate their way through the emails. I'm the one that be doing that, and it puts me in a space of like a CEO, because if I can't deal with this, if I can't deal with what I got going on right now, then I cannot be a millionaire or CEO, because God put me in a situation where it's God just put blessings in front of me, and I have to see it through. So I'm really, really grateful for that. um but yeah, I upgraded. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. um uh I do want the MacBook. um so yeah, with work, I clean a lot of houses to keep me focused, so I don't really lose my mind. Well, sometimes I could deal with quiet. Like if a man can't deal with quiet, they cannot deal with themselves. Like if you can't sit down and think, um, it's gonna be hard for you to be successful, because you're gonna be the type of person that needs friends, or you're gonna be the type of person that wants somebody there for their validation. I'm not looking for none of that. Um, if you're real, you're real. If you're fake, you're fake. This is just me. I'm giving you the real me. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about girls. I want to talk about gender wars. I want to talk about a lot of stuff, because it's a lot of stuff going on in the air right now. Um, so yeah, I listen to a lot of Steph's Code for the YouTube. I listen to some Spiritual Soul. He rebranded from um, Soluminati to Spiritual Soul. I listen to Danica Marie. I've been listening to her a lot. She talks about how men are not the problem. It's actually women. Um, she could be talking about women in the black community, because I like to hear my black queens talk. I had sexual experiences with a black woman, so I like to go back and listen to my black queens. Um, I also like white women. I've been told that I sound white or whatever. Um, I've tapped into the FBA community on Twitter. That's like the Foundation of Black American. They talk a lot about a lot of stuff, a lot of good things. I like to put myself in every community, every community. Um, yeah, I listen to the Twitter Spaces. Like it just depends on how I'm feeling. Like if I want to listen to Gary V or Jordan Peterson, any podcast, that's how I'm feeling that day. I've been told I sound white or whatever, but realistically speaking, I don't really see skin color, which is why my name is SLS Colors, because the world is not black and white anymore. Um, like I said, I'm a Drake fan, not because I do listen to his music, but like I said, that Rap Radar interview, it had like a lot of impact on me, and I like to listen to it sometimes because you could, like you said, you could be working just as hard, and then when you post something, um, people just tend to forget about it. So, which is why I would like to say, um, comparison is the thief of joy on social media, not in real life. Because when you see a Rolls Royce Cullinan, that's a lot of pain. Um, and those people, they're just like you. The driver of that car or that new Mercedes C300 that you see on the road, yeah, it's good to compare. Like that, you're getting that you can say we're in a simulation or whatever you want to think it is. Matrix. Well, we are in a matrix. Life is like a video game. You gotta get money. You gotta have families. Kind of like Sims, but Sims is a video game. I don't really play it, but some of the girls I talk to, um, that's what they're into. Um, like I said, I've been called weird. I think my being authentic is the reason why I'm able to, like, being my real self is the reason why I'm able to connect with others. Um, as a man, you're gonna be called a lot of weird stuff. Like even Steph Code was talking about it. Like as a man, you're gonna be called gay, or you're gonna be called a lot of stuff even when you're taking care of yourself. When you're taking care of yourself, skin, the routine. um I still need a haircut. You're gonna be called weird. You're gonna be called, in your improvement journey, you're gonna be called a lot of stuff. And I have no problem against gay people. um I've actually been around them. They're actually really, they're just human beings just like us. um I'm heterosexual, so um like, literally, bro, I fought a lot of fucking demons. Like even when I was a virgin, I used to think like, damn, like, just the sexual identity, like you're gonna have like identity crisis because you know you was a virgin or whatever. But I got through that. And I think I'm blessed to have some pussy um later in my later years of life, because um it shaped me into the man that I am, and it made me look at women in another way. I got some respect from myself. I respect myself more. um you know um People go celibate and they still watch porn. I don't understand. Porn is I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, because the girl that I'm smashing right now, she the girl that I'm smashing right now, I didn't watch porn. I remember one time I didn't watch porn for like a month, and I was fucking her. I was fucking her, and the pussy was tight. Pussy was so tight, so I know she's not fucking nobody else, and it's a good feeling. Like, it's a really, really great feeling. Um, and she said, "I came a lot." Yeah, I came a lot because I held my seed in, and it's a lot of stuff with sexual energy. With sexual energy, you can use that towards. You can use that towards. You notice how I'm not saying or you know, these filler words, because I listen to Andrew Tate, and with Andrew Tate, he's not gonna say like this guy. I don't know how he's able to articulate words, but I'm really impressed by him because his English vocabulary is phenomenal. Um, I said but it's because I'm thinking, but still, um, there's no cuts. I'm not gonna do no cuts, no edits. I'm just speaking. Uh, so yeah, I smashed a girl, smashed her real good. I remember one time I went 3 rounds. I went, actually, it was 2 rounds, but within those 2 rounds, I'm probably fucking for around like 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. It felt like the first time I was getting some pussy because I was just drilling shit. Like I was just in her sweet watery guts. I do eat pussy as well. I've been with sexually. I've been with black women, but I've also made out with a white girl I met on Tumblr. Spanish women. I've kissed a Spanish woman too, and I want to say names, but you know, the thing with women, they don't like it when you kiss and tell. So I've learned as a man from my experience, because I'm speaking from my experience as a man, I've learned not to kiss and tell because women don't like that. Um, so if you have a girl that you want to show off to social media, and she doesn't like you showing her, well, some women, they like it when you show them off, but they have to be your girlfriend, obviously. But if you put like an emoji over her face, I don't see no problem with that, because you're showing other people what you're dealing with. And if you just smash, like imagine you just smash, and then she put her panties on and she gets up to drink some water and her ass is fat, and you captured that moment from the backside, not with her face, from the backside, like with a fat ass, your views might go crazy. And other guys, the insecure ones, they might just be like, how do you do this? Yeah, I promise to you, there's guys who are like fresh online, and you would think that they have all this emotion, but they don't have no emotion. They don't really have no emotion. Like I was talking to my dog on the cell phone, and he was like, yo, his coworker or whatever, um he be paying for OnlyFans. Like, what? Honestly, porn is free, and I've never gotten to a point where I'm paying to see some pussy. Like, I can't do that. I don't see myself doing that. I don't see myself on the OnlyFans. I don't see myself on the OnlyFans. Even the girl that I'm smashing right now, she said, because the thing is, she had called me over so I can get this task done, help her around her crib. And she said, just sit down and be the handsome man that you are. And sometimes I be thinking I look hit. Hit means ugly. But I look in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, the shit that I'm insecure about, like hair on my chest, or, this right here, some hair not being even. I still need to get a cut, but still, women, they don't care about that. Um, like I've realized, like people in the real life, they really don't care about what you're insecure about. So it taught me how to just be myself. It taught me how to just be myself. And I'm recording on the back camera, because the back camera, um I'm shooting at uh 30 frames per second, and um I'm not seeing myself right now because I'm shooting from the back camera, and me seeing myself would be a distraction because I would look into the front camera and then I'll keep looking at myself. But um I don't have to do that. But yeah, guys, I didn't take no notes for this video, so I'm just pretty much speaking my mind because what happens is while I'm working hard and I'm grinding in the back end, um the these thoughts are what I'm thinking about. And it's better that I record these videos and probably watch them in like 10 or 20 years, because I'm not, I mean, I can fall victim to it, to like the doom scrolling, but um or I could go and just post all of my thoughts on my timeline on Facebook or Twitter or sometimes Instagram or even Snapchat too. But I want to focus all my energy on my YouTube journey, because I had some followers, some women that I talked to online as well, and then they be asking me, "How's your YouTube journey?" with the laughing emoji, like, and my dog even told me too. People be tapped in. I never got it. Like, people really, really be tapped in, cause when I was young coming up, I used to always post myself on Snapchat, right? Or I would get a lot of views on Instagram. Even still, like, I'll get a lot of views, but I wouldn't get like a lot of DMs. So I didn't understand that. I'm not a computer scientist or anything, but I be tapped in to like the Web3, the AI. Like, I really, really be tapped in, and I read into it too. Like with Cal Newport is a book, and I low key want to read Deep Work. That's one book I want to read. Like, I want to literally just escape everything and just read Deep Work, because I read Digital Minimalism, and pretty much what I read is what I'm living in right now, because everybody's on their phone. I kid you not. It's not even, and it got to a point where it's not even phones no more. Cars have screens now. Even in jail, like I went to jail and I thought it was digital. Everything was digital. They got iPads in there, and you know, there's some guys, they have motion in there too. Like, there was this guy, he was talking all night to his lady about, like, he said when he gets out, and these people, they have mad trays, there's networking going on all over. And sometimes I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And I'm not living with no regrets. Like, I listen to a lot of artists, and I don't necessarily listen to their music. I listen to the podcast, like what they have to say before I even listen to their music. Like Honcho, for example, he has like a song called 48 Laws of Power. He said you gotta show them, never show people when you're grinding. Always show them when you're shining. Because as a man, you gotta have that mysterious about you. And women, they love that. They go crazy for it. Like, literally, bro, I'll work, and even with family members, like when I'm working, I cut out everything. I cut out everything. If I have to go away for like a couple months and pop out with a new car, like I did with this Toyota, I'm gonna do it, because I locked myself in Portillo's, and I was dropping fries, dropping fries, dropping fries, dropping fries, dropping fries, dropping fries, dropping fries. You feel me? And I had the YNs. I was working with a couple YNs, and they was crashing out on me. You feel me? I almost got fired because I had to control my emotional intelligence, because I have a heart. I have a good heart. I have a good heart. And I have to tame that, because you know my OGs, my big dogs, they told me, like, yo, I'm like a lion. I'm really like a lion. I have a certain hunger within me. And dog, like, I can become a beast. But I have to learn ways to like tap focus that energy into positivity, which is what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I don't fall victim to the doom scrolling. um I do fall victim to it sometimes because, and I feel as though the algorithms, if they know you're working hard, then you're probably gonna get some blessings out of it too. um People are paranoid about our devices or listening to us. I understand because um on YouTube, I call it YouTube University now, because you can learn everything from YouTube. You don't necessarily need a college degree to learn, because real life experiences will teach you. Because right now, Tim Cook, CEO of Google, Elon Musk, some of them, they don't even care if you have a college degree or not. There's people that's working in like high tech companies that don't even have a college degree. It's because they had real life experiences and connections. But at the same time, if I had like 80K, 70K dropped on my lap right now, $70,000, $80,000, for people who don't know what the K means, means thousands. I'm very, 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 very intelligent, so I had to, kind of dumb it down for the people who don't know, because people be acting like, it's not that they be acting like. All right, the thing is, people don't know. People don't know because I be sending people some information, and they never knew that. And like I said, it's kind of fucked up whenever I see the good in somebody. Let me drink some water because I'm parched. This is not water. It's actually some Coke, cherry Coke. But the fizz, it ran out. It's kind of like, it still tastes good, but yeah, guys. Um, wow. Another thing that I'm insecure about, I used to be insecure about, is my voice, cause I have brothers. Um, some of the voices are deep. Mine is the only one that's like while growing up, I used to, you know, people with deep voices, they used to be like, "Yo, man up, man up, man up," or "You sound like a girl," or whatever. I got past all of that shit, man. I got past all of that shit. Um, Look at me now. I have a beard. I have a beard. I have a gorgeous smile. I'm always smiling. Um, to be happy is the most. To be happy is the most richness that you can have from life. Which is why some people, they're probably working, they have jobs, and they're not they're not really happy for real. Which is why it's important to do what makes you happy. So, you know, if I was to go to school and to do what makes me happy, I would learn graphic design or digital design or art. I would invest in myself with and enhance my God-given ability, the drawing, even with business too. I'm in business. Um, I would invest in that. Um, I remember I was trying to get into Full Sail University. It's because I don't have money and I don't receive financial aid, and there's other things that I'm dealing with. Um, so if you have a chance to go to school, because school allows you to network with people, and it allows you to. Well, I'm always seeing the bigger picture, so it allows you to do a lot of things. But but still, and it opens doors. It opens doors because um, you can earn certificates and all that good stuff. But yeah, um, with women, it's a lot of stuff going on in the air. Um, I used to like fathom, not really fathom, but like be in the red pill space, but I kind of got away from it because I don't hate women. I actually love women. Um, and it takes a king. It takes a real man to put yourself inside of a woman's headspace. Because the thing is, if you cannot seduce a woman's mind, you cannot get her. Like, I'm being honest with you right now. If you can't, that's why there's sapiosexuals. Um, there's men who knows financial education, I would say. Let's just say financial education. Um, Financial literacy, probably. And with that, you can seduce a woman's mind through that. Like, a woman will get wet if you know how to manage your money, invest, and all these things. You could get a woman wet by a lot of things. Women they're like really, really beautiful creatures. And, I love women. And as men, we have like testosterone, and we have the physical strength, sometimes the mental strength too, because they don't have the mental capacity. So a man has to, step up and be a pillar. So yeah, I've had sexual experiences with black women. I've kissed a white woman before, a white girl I met through Tumblr. I remember my roommate at the time couldn't believe it because her eyes was blue. I showed him what she looks like through picture. He was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding." When he saw her, he was like, it was just quiet. It was just like they were in awe because I believe in myself at the end of the day. Some people say I sound white. This is not my country, but I love America. And you know, I see a lot of opportunities in it. And sometimes I tell people, I'm in your world, I just live in it. So if I'm in your world and I see all the good things that you're not seeing, so be it. So be it. So if I come into your world and you have opportunities that you're not taking, I'm taking them for myself. I'm gonna take them for my own personal gain. You might call me a culture vulture like Drake. I really do not care because at the end of the day, the tools are there. You're not using them. And sometimes you might say you have nothing. And if I see you have everything in my eyes, because I create things out of nothing. So if I see that you have everything, oh, it's game over. It's game over. Another thing I was thinking about is I people's process. For some reason, people work in secret. And to be honest, I'd rather just give you space to work on your process because if I come to see your process and I feel like there's a thing or two you're missing, you're lacking, and I'm telling it to you, but you see the vision, but you can't acquire it, and then you might want to blame me because you might say, oh, that's how I knew things, but then you came into my life and you fucked things up. Nah, that's not it. I'm gonna give you your own space. And at the same time, I'd rather be away from you while you're working on your process, like from a far distance, and still send you information like good news, good articles, or what I think, rather than, telling it to you in person, because in person is tough. It's tough to collaborate in person. Like, it takes a real dog to collaborate in person. But yeah, this is like vlog number 6. Um, and I appreciate you guys watching this far. Um, yeah, I keep going back to what I want to talk about, but um, yeah, gel was digital. That was an experience that I can't take back, but I also don't regret it because it shows me what the system is like, what the matrix is like. Um, even in jail, they're very like organized sometimes because the cellmates they take turns cleaning. They clean, bro. They clean in there. They read in there. They network in there. They even do tattoos. I did 4 tattoos. Like I did I didn't really do it with the ink gun, but I designed 4 tattoos because I know how to draw. And I remember on one of my blogs, it was getting dark. But yeah, this is my artwork. That's the Toyota. That's my Toyota right there. It's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Like Mike. Some people criticize this portrait because I put yellow in there. They was like, why yellow? It gives you a different perspective. Like I be smacked sometimes. Smacked or stoned. And I would look at my drawings, I'm like, whoa. Like I really spazzed. Like I'm looking at it right now. I'm thinking like it's whatever. But if I look at it from a different perspective, I'm like, whoa, that's trippy. I did this right here. Oh, this is the Doja Cat. That's Doja Cat. Doja Cat one was fire. And this is some girl that told me to draw her. Her name is Zai. And this is the pencil markings. But yeah, I'm always looking for self-improvement. Um, you know, um, the things that I'm insecure about, people don't really care. So it made me realize that, like, wow, there's really more to life than me worrying about my chest hair. Because some women, they like chest hair, and if I get done smashing, they'll pull on my chest hair, and I've had women kiss on my chest, kiss on my neck. I like to, I like thick women too. I like to caress and kiss on their tummy when I'm eating coochie. Even when I'm eating pussy, you know, a woman would tell me where to use my fingers, and they would tell me where the clit is. You know, some men, they don't know how to make love to pussy, and women, they actually love it when you eat their pussy. So it's a good experience. Um, my door was about to close. I actually have my door open so I can get some air. But yeah, and I also have my shirt off because it's hot. Um, but yeah, life is beautiful. Cherish it. Cherish it. And sometimes I be working so hard, and I lose track of time. Kind of like the Drake interview, the Rap Radar podcast, where he said, "You wanna go again?" I always think about that. Like when I got done working, I'm like, "Oh, I put in all this work, and I gotta do this again." Yeah, I go again because the thing is, while I'm at work, it stimulates my mind. I have all these big ideas, and you know, it's actually therapeutic to talk to the camera like this because um that's what a lot of people are doing. It may not seem like people are not doing it, but they're doing it. And the thing is, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it, because people they're not really interested in you for real. Which is why you gotta well, some people will be interested in you. The people who gravitates towards you are the people that you should, I would say, entertain or be friends with. So yeah, gravitate towards those people. It's better that way. The people who show you support, the people who like what you're doing, even if it's on your social media. I'm doing this vlog because my last one got 1 like. You know, that tells me like, yo, I gotta do one again because people are watching. And I'm glad that I got this new upgrade with this phone because I can shoot long form content. A lot of people are falling victim to the doom scrolling, but it's better to, you know, listen to an audiobook than, you know, listen to music all day, because you're not gonna get no substance out of that. Yeah, you can listen to some music, but it gets tiring after a while. Like, I've grown up. Like, I grew up a lot. Like, I used to listen to like Trippie Redd and all that stuff, but instead of listening to Trippie Redd, you know what I do? I listen to a podcast by Trippie Redd. And you know, Trippie Redd talks about how you got to be like a fly in the room. You got to analyze everything that's going on, you know? Because he remembers back then people used to pass out CDs, people used to make merch. You know, that's what I'm on. That's the type of time I'm on. You feel me? I still got a Shopify. And, you know, I want to create merch. You know? I want people to model for my merch. You know? I want people to I want to be great. Even if I'm the next Kai Cenat. You know? People see stuff in me. I don't know if it's because I'm black. I don't really see skin color. Like I said, I don't see skin color. You know, I like everybody. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. If I have to be Chinese, I'll be Chinese. If I have to be from Australia, I'll be from Australia. If I have to be from Russia, I'll be from Russia. Feel me? If I have to learn another language, I'll learn another language. If I have to up my French up a little bit, OC. OC means as well in French. But if I have to up my French up a little bit, I will do that. I already know I'm handsome. But at the same time, you know, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. There is a lot of power in the knowing. But yeah, people, I can get really dark. You know, people are fighting shit. You know, when I hop on, I remember I hopped on Facebook and there's this guy. He crashed out. He crashed out on his baby mama. Crashed out on his baby mama because he was in the streets and the baby mama was gonna testify against him. So he clapped her, slammed her out. But at the same time, he was still like taking care of his son. A lot of people was like, oh my God, this guy is insane. But he took himself out at the cemetery. And all that shit happened in Bama and Alabama. He crashed out. I was reading all the comments on Facebook. Even his sister went live. His sister was like, yo, that girl, it was like a Bonnie and Clyde. She wasn't supposed to talk. It was like a Bonnie and Clyde relationship. The baby mama wasn't supposed to talk because she had nothing to do with it. There's some girls, there's some women, they were like, even women who's in the streets should take precaution of, whatever women should take precaution of guys who are in the streets because they don't know what's going on. And some women were like, yo, if they smashed a guy that's in the streets, they don't want to know what the guy is doing in the streets because it can get deep. And that's what happened. The baby mama talked about what she shouldn't have talked about, which had nothing to do with her, because I guess the guy, he caught a couple hats, a couple bodies, and then, you know, she was just talking to, she was talking. She was talking, she was going to testify on a Monday, and then the guy wasn't having it. So he told her to come pull up, thinking that they was about to smash. She thought they was about to smash, but the guy slammed her out. And then he made like a 2 minute, he went live on Facebook for like, he made 2 videos on Facebook. He went live twice. A lot of people was like, yo, get off live, get off live. They didn't know what he was gonna do, but he took himself out at the end, which is sad. You know, rest in power to those two. Now they have a child that don't even have a mom and pops. But yeah, if I had a kid though in this generation, I would tell my kid to just be yourself. Like, just be yourself. Like, I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, if they call you weird, I've been through all that. The narratives, people want to be you, but they don't know how to tell you how that they like you, because somebody else might think that they're fake because they like you. If you like me, you like me. Just embrace that. Like, if I'm doing big things and then you care about what somebody else's opinion is, fuck them, because that somebody else's opinion is them, you know, trying to drain my energy, trying to dim my light because they see power within me, or they might even secretly like me too. So yeah, so if you fuck with me, fuck with me. But yeah, there's gender wars going on now. You know, there's women calling straight men gay. Trust me, bro, you're not gay. I don't think. Like me, for example, I'm heterosexual, and I don't hate gay people. And then, you know what's fucked up? It might not even be gay people. There's guys out there who are DL or down low, and they'll like never, like they'll never move in their truth, and then they'll take that shit to the grave, bro. They'll take that shit to the grave, and on top of that, it gets dangerous, because if you tell that nigga he's gay, if you tell that nigga is gay, or whoever that person is gay, then they want to slime you off for it. Like, they want to kill you for it. I don't understand, bro. There's people. That's why I say it's dangerous. It's really dangerous, because there are men out there who are gay, like, and you'll never know. You would never really know. You know. You would never really know, and they'll take that shit to the grave with them. So that's something that I understand. I don't entertain it either, because even gay people, they don't even care about all that shit. But when you take it to that level of killing somebody because somebody else, you kill somebody because they called you gay, I don't understand. Like, and the word gay, it means happiness. That's what it means, like happiness. Homosexuality, that's when you're attracted to the same gender. That's homo. So there's a lot of narratives going on and a lot of bullshit, but I'm me. You can call me weird, you can call me gay, you can call me the most vile thing in the dictionary. I don't give a fuck. I know me. I know beauty when I see it, and that's something I don't really care about. I really don't care about. But yeah, I even come from Orlando. There's pride in there. You know, that's something I never really looked at. I never really cared about if somebody was gay or not. Like, I really don't care about that stuff. Because I've been around them. They're cool people. And that's the thing. Like, you go against the LGBTQ community, plus community, just know they're going to fry your ass up. They're going to fry your ass up. They're going to make you crash the fuck out. So, yeah. That's something I never cared about. Another thing with the pornography, I actually like to, what's that word? I like to, there's a word where like it's not monetized, it's you know how you look at yourself from a different perspective, like you hold yourself accountable. I like to man, the English language is hard. You know how you take care of a kid, but you're monitoring. I like to monitor myself. I like to really monitor myself. So basically, I'll go like a month without porn, you know, without beating my meat, busting gallons of nuts, like Steph's code says, because what it does to you, it makes you lazy, and it makes you like it's a disease, bro. Well, porn is healthy to, you know, bust a nut. It's healthy to bust a nut like once a month. But what I'm saying is, instead of you doing that, you can actually call up a girl. You can call up a girl. You can call up a girl and take that energy out on her. Instead of, you know, busting gallons of nuts. Like, a girl will let you smash because, you know, you have all that built up energy and you chose to share it instead of wasting it. And it's a better feeling. When I had some pussy, I was like, wow. I had a different perspective. Like, that's when you have some pussy, that's what could make you get married to a woman. Like, they have some goodies down there. Especially, you know, the girl I be smashing right now, her pussy be tight. So I know no other niggas be fucking. Or other men be fucking. Niggas is in my vocabulary because, you know, I'm a nigga because, you know, my skin color. But, you know, that's something I can't change, you know. That's how I was brought out. But, yeah, and the thing about niggas be gatekeeping. It's not just about sex. Niggas be gatekeeping. Like, a nigga will be fake happy for you. Like, they'll be happy for you, but, like, talk shit. You would never know. And, you know, they be gatekeeping success, which is why the black community cannot, some of them cannot be successful because they keep dragging each other down for some reason. So, like, I like to surround myself around other individuals. Like, you know, I like to, sometimes I surround myself around white people and they don't really judge, like they actually want you to work. They, like, you work and you get paid, and they're not really, like, they're on business timing. And they'll be your friend the next day or whatever. Like, you could fall out with a white person today and then tomorrow it was just whatever. Like, what? But a black person is years. Like, they have ego, they have pride. Like, when it comes to work, I put all that shit away. Like, even me leaving this video right now, recording this video to you guys, all this truth that I just said, I put all my ego and pride out the door. Like even when I was thinking about this, when it was just a thought, my heart was beating. My heart is beating because I'm thinking about what other people are gonna think. You know, people, like I said, people don't really care like that. They don't care. And the thing is, you know, people are very, very successful. The people who just do what they do are very successful. And you know, because they've been doing that for a long time, and that's why they're so successful. And people be talking about program this, program bigger than the program this, bigger than the program that. I really don't care, man. Like, I'd rather not be bigger than the fucking program, honestly. I'd rather just be myself. Because it's a lot of narratives. It's a lot of narratives and labels. That's how America is. Like, it's a lot of words, and then you fall into that word. Like, you just become, and that word might have many categories. If I was dope with the edits, I would have like holograms and fucking all this stuff. But you know, I do have a video editor. I have data scientists. I have white friends. Trust me, I have white friends, and they see my vision. And you know, I have my dog too. My dog, you know, right now, he has white friends as well. You know why? Because it's success. It's success. Not just white friends, Spanish people too. Spanish people. I don't know. Niggas have a hate disease probably. I don't know. But you know, Spanish community, Asian community, white community, they'll accept black people like for some reason. But the black community, it's like all jokes. They laugh a lot. I like to tap into the black community. You know, I love black women, like I said, but I like the black women who like me. You know, and I want to build, you know, structure and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm always listening. I'm always listening. Now I'm talking. I'm talking now because I've listened enough. But I always go tap back into listening. I always tap back into listening. When you guys watch my last vlog, I was talking about TV shows like Snowfall. These are things that I have to create time for, to be honest, because my mind be everywhere sometimes. Like, I'm a podcast junkie. I'm like a success seeker. I'm always trying to find a way to be successful because, you know, I'm black. I deal with oppression, and there's other black people who deal with oppression. And then when you say millionaire, they can't fathom it. They think you're crazy because they're dealing with oppression, and it's a lot of pressure. So I'd rather just put all that in my notes and just see it through for myself. Or, you know, sometimes I'll kick my ego and pride out and then send it to my real friends, like the people who hit me up, even the girls who say hey to me. You know, the small DMs that I get. Because I send a lot of people a lot of DMs. Like, I'm that type of guy. I'm that friend that's annoying because I want to see you be successful. And a lot of people, they're very depressed, and they might have that idea, but their depression, and you know, they might need that discipline because you know, a lot of people are constantly looking for motivation, but the motivation runs out. But you know, when you have the discipline, you can just do it. You say fuck everything and you do it. That's what Jack Boy was talking about. Not that I listen to, like I said, not that I listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of podcasts because I like to listen to people talk. And I listen to Jack Boy on Revolt, or the perspectives with Bank. Bank be with. He talked to Young Thug. He talked to Lil Baby. I watched the Lil Baby interview. The Lil Baby interview was cool. Um, a lot of people think of Lil Baby as a rapper, but he doesn't think of himself as a rapper. He thinks of himself as somebody who gets shit done. Like, he's very hungry. He's an entrepreneur. And they was talking about how I learned what a entrepreneur is, and then there's entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is, for example, that guy who works at McDonald's for a company, and then they might have been the guy who was the dishwasher, or cleaning toilets, or etc. That guy, they go up in the company and become a CEO or the manager, or the big boss, because they stayed in that company, they showed integrity, and they went high up. Entrepreneur is somebody who owns multiple businesses. So Lil Baby's baby mama, that's an entrepreneur, because Jada Waiter, she has multiple businesses. She has passive income, and she's fine as hell. And she's in the black community, because in the black community there's a lot of people who don't believe in you. She believes in herself. And then you know she has followers who believe in her too. So she caters to the people who believe in her, because when she was setting up her business, she had her family helping her. She was the one who opened up Depop. She didn't open up Depop, but she went on Depop, and she sold weave, and probably clothes. She sold clothes on there. And I did some research on her. I watched her interview as well. I love women entrepreneurs. I love women who can go get it. I love women who can build with a king. Stay in a 15-year relationship, a marriage, and build with, their king. That's why I listen to Danica Marie. Danica Marie, she's in a relationship with her man, and they've been in a 15-year relationship. And I like to listen to a black woman voice because it triggers you, and it's sexy in a way. Sometimes it makes you want to be better. She be having her breasts displayed, not in a nude way, but she would have it dressed up, and then she's speaking, but at the same time she's gorgeous. So like, you gotta have that certain focus. And she's thick as hell too. So, but yeah, life is all about discipline too. Discipline. Sometimes I don't even want to be drawing. Like, it's not easy. Like, you have to put yourself in a mind state where you're like, yo, see it through, get it done. I might be happy one day, but the next day I might wake up like feeling like shit. But when you wake up feeling like shit and you actually get something done, and then be happy again, like I am right now, I had to be very, very happy. Like, I was smiling, I was blushing even before I recorded this video, because I have all these sporadic thoughts. Drake is a very, I don't know, that Rapper Door interview might have an impact on me for the rest of my life, because his vocabulary is just immaculate. But yeah, it's starting to get warmer now, so let me wear my jacket. This Nike jacket got technology in there. It has fiber in there, because I remember I went on Google, and this shit got technology. I don't know why, but do some research and Google will tell you. Because these attires that they have, they're created for athletes, and they're breathable, and hopefully I get like a brand deal, because I would be a model. I would be a great model. If I had a cameraman or like a stylist tell me how to take good pictures on my Instagram, I would do it. You know, I've had good friends who's given me clothes, and I look great in them because they see the vision. Um, I'm into a little bit of fashion, but yeah, see the Nike, see the bracelet, but is a USA hat I was gifted. Even if I wear stuff from the thrift store, I'll make it look good. I'll find a way to make it look good. There is some individuals on social media that you might look at their Instagram and it looks fly. They look super fly. They look super fly. But at the end of the day, they know how to style. You can have all these clothes, but if you don't know how to style, you won't have, that's why they look super fly on Instagram, because they know how to style themselves. But yeah, I used to be on Instagram. Instagram is every social media is a drug. Every social media is a drug. On the Instagram side, it used to be kind of cool. Now it's just Instagram is like watered down now. It has substance. I remember when it first came out, it was just pictures. It was just fire pictures. People would have thoughts. People would write paragraphs. It was great. Now it's just like they started competing with TikTok and Snapchat with the reels. Now you see YouTube have reels too. But at the end of the day, social media is big, so you gotta get with the program. I'm getting old too, so there are things that I wish I learned. So, but I'm learning them right now. Even with the AI, you can have AI and still not be successful. So, I actually go and I do it myself. So, but yeah, I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about a lot of things. I watched the ASAP Rocky interview too with academics. He said he's the guy that you can talk a lot, but he's gonna end up fucking your bitch. That shit hit me hard. I'm like, cause I was smacked. I was stoned while watching it. And usually when I see these interviews, it's not like I just sit down and watch them. I get to work quickly. I make like I'll be listening to something and I'm working. I'm working as I listen to it. I might be cleaning, washing dishes, or if I see something dirty, because it gives you that boost. But as I'm listening to ASAP Rocky, he was like, "I'll fuck your bitch." That shit hit me, bro. And and I'm sure he's gone through the same thing too. People calling him gay, this and that, and all this bullshit. And most of the guys that people call gay or whatever, they're not really gay. Like Young Thug, I doubt that nigga's gay. Who else? Um, Gunna, far from that. Like I said, it's just somebody who's probably gay that will take that shit down to the grave with them. So it's a lot of heterosexual men that the public might perceive them as such when they're really not. So you know what they do? They fuck up the public. They fuck up the public, like, and they look fly doing it too. ASAP Rocky, Young Thug talks about being a man, standing on his 10 toes. You would never think that man has so many kids. Um, Yeah, it's a lot of good things I see on the media. Um, I don't read comments. I don't read comments because when you start reading comments, you get biased. So I don't read comments. Well, I read comments on Twitter because you know they have the gifs and you start laughing like crazy. And, you know, I like to laugh a lot. Like that's one of my love languages. Um, you can laugh yourself into some pussy too. That's true. Like if you can make a woman laugh, you can get some pussy. I know a guy who knows how to make women laugh, and he's one of my dogs. We fell out, but um, he knows how to make women laugh and get some pussy from doing it. That's even before I wasn't getting no pussy. Cause the thing with niggas is they'll never tell you how to get some pussy. They'll never, show you how to get some pussy. Um, they'll tell you, they'll give you the game. Like you hear the game, but if you're scared of rejection and you're scared of all this, you forget about it. You're not gonna get some pussy, bro. That's what I did. Like, I first, if you like a girl, be yourself. If she's not into you, just leave her alone. Don't be that guy that's bothering women. Don't be that guy that's asking women for money. Cause I've talked to some girls, and I talked to a lot of women, and you know how to. Another secret to getting women is be their friends first. You know, if you could be a girl's friend and she knows that, you're not trying to get her pussy, she's gonna think like, why is he not trying to smash me? She's gonna want to give you some pussy more because you're not trying to get some pussy. But you realize what I'm talking about. But if you could be a woman's friend, they'll yeah, just be that guy. Just be yourself. And if do not bother her. Some girls, they like to text, some girls like to FaceTime. That's one thing I'm learning. So I text the girls that text me. And I try to set boundaries too. Like if I'm working and a girl texts me, I'll let them, instead of leaving them on red, I'll be like, hey, I'm busy right now, but I'll get back to you. They'll appreciate that more than ghosting a girl. If you keep doing that, you're not gonna get some pussy. I was about to say, I promise you, but I promise you, bro. Um, yeah, I have vlogs. I have other vlogs from my other phone because I have other iClouds, and I wanted to get into the cybersecurity space. That's when I was going through some things, and like I listened to Steph is Cold. He talks about how in your hometown you won't get no support. There's no support in your hometown, no support system in your hometown. But as soon as you get out of your hometown, you go to a different city, like I'm in right now. I might have a lot of other people who are looking at my shit, like dead ass. And I might have the same people in my hometown who are still looking at my shit too. But if I go back to my hometown, they won't look at my shit like that. I don't know. It's different. Or if they see me doing something successful, they'll look at it. But yeah, soon as you get out of your hometown, which is why a lot of people leave their place. Let me get back into my black roots right now. A lot of people, they leave their hood. A lot of niggas, they leave their hood because a lot of other niggas are not supporting them in their hood, so they leave their hood to go to like a different state to start fresh. And the niggas, there's niggas who are leeching off their parents. I've been out of my parents' crib since I was like 17, 18, you know? And it taught me something. It taught me how to be a go-getter. It taught me how to. It gives me a different perspective in life. You know, it teaches you survival skills. One of my big dogs, he told me, yeah, I call them gurus, like the Drake interview. He said, food, shelter, water. You know, I remember paying $800, you know, living in a room in Winter Park, Florida. And that's like in a community where, you know, it's successful people live there. You know, I'm surrounded by successful people. So I'm getting out of Poinciana, which is the hood, you know, because it's compact. It's a lot of Haitians, Spanish people, a few white people, but it's a lot of traffic, and you get back into the media. I remember I used to be on Twitter in high school, and be a lot of fights, baby mamas fighting over boyfriends, or you know, guys fighting, pulling up on each other, just fighting, a lot of fights. That's just, it's too much. It's too much. You know, I had to get out of there and go to a different environment. You feel me? Went to Orlando, UCF. You know, you're starting to see things. You know, I'm watching How to Beast on my YouTube, and you know, I'm watching how to approach women, cold approaching. I'm actually going to campus and applying that knowledge. You know, seeing a girl on the UCF campus, having a full-blown conversation with her, going to get coffee. You know, they will buy me something to eat. You feel me? You know, it's real. Like, it's real. And you know, if you stay away from social media will say you're an incel. They'll say all these things. That's not true. I'm actually getting some pussy. I'm not none of that. But once you go on social media, it will make you believe that you're that when you're really not that. You know? I'm a king. I'm a king. I'm a short king. I'm like 5'5", but sometimes that crown get heavy though. I ain't gonna hold you. So sometimes I have to put it down. You know? Because there's other kings. It's like an upper echelon. There's levels to this. I have to listen to other kings so that I can soak in the game. But yeah, it's just life will teach you a lot. Life will teach you a lot. And if you're lonely, so be it. Success is lonely. Like, success is lonely. Like, what you're doing to be successful, it might get hard, but you know what you're doing, somebody else, they're not gonna do that. They'd rather sit down and be lazy and probably watch Netflix all day. Or, you know, there's nothing wrong with being lazy, because some lazy people, they'll get shit done. Like a C student in high school, they'll get shit done. Like, you'll be surprised. But it's just like it's a mindset thing. Like I said, when I said they're sitting down and they're watching Netflix, there's nothing wrong with that. But if they know how to monetize that, you know, watch a series and then create content off of it, and then create a niche, get money off of that, then that's not lazy. What I'm talking about is doing nothing. That's what I mean. But yeah, what you're doing, it might just be lonely. Like, you might have, like, bro, I had this Toyota, and then success was right in front of me, and I used to think, damn, I still don't have any friends. This is my success. I should have doubled down and keep doing DoorDash. I should have go harder, bro. You know? So yeah, success might get lonely. And if you have a real girlfriend, if you have a real one, keep her around. Don't go fucking these hoes. Cause some of these hoes, they won't even build with you. They'll go to the next nigga quick. If you got a shorty that's down with you till the wheels fall off, have her around. You know? So yeah. Relationships are serious. Relationships are serious and they're private, which is why some couples, they don't show their partners online. You know, I've had blocked pussy. Matter of fact, I have girls right now who have me blocked online, but I still have their phone number and I could talk to them, have 1 hour conversations because I'm not looking at what she's doing online. You feel me? And I like that. That shit is, you know, if it's a blessing, it's a blessing, and I see a blessing on it. I've had blocked pussy before. Block pussy be the most amazing. So yeah. Um but yeah. Um Eat healthy. Health is wealth. Health is definitely wealth. Surround yourself around like-minded individuals. Um you don't really necessarily have to be around people. You can network. You can pull out your laptop or your tablet or your phone and, you know, join communities online and build upon that. Like I said, we live in a digital age, so that's what the program is. Even children right now, when they're born, a tablet is just falls on their lap. When I was growing up, I was outside. I was playing hide and go seek. I was playing chairs. You know how people, they run a circle around the chairs and they sit down until it's like one chair. Yeah. But now everything changed. Just like everybody is inside now, and you know, they're using our data. um you know, a lot of people have conspiracy theories. A lot of people are quiet because if they speak, they'll get canceled, and they'll it's a lot going on. And I see why Kanye West talked about how when you wake up in the morning, try to stay away from your phone for like 15 minutes. If I didn't stay away from my phone today and actually work, I wouldn't have all these things to talk about, because these are things I talked about. I mean, I thought about, and now I'm thinking about it. Because as soon as you hop on your phone, you're gonna lose substance. You're gonna compare. Like I said, remember what I said? Do not compare yourself on social media. Com- comparison is a thief of joy on social media, not in real life. In real life, when you see something, if you see a nice car, if you see a nice house, it's gonna motivate you to get it in real life. Social media is not real life. Angel Reese talked about it. She's a boss basketball player. I heard her talk with Barack Obama. I mean, Barack Obama's wife. I keep saying that. Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama. There's a podcast right now you can watch right now. And there's a coach there talking with them. And she talks about how social media is not real. It's really not. And she's fine as hell. She's tall. When I saw her sit down, I was like, oh, that is a giant queen. Like that's like a big angel. It's like a big angel. Like, and the thing is, I'm a short man, and then there's tall women who literally like short men. Like, if you can get in a woman's mind, she will like you. So when you go out there, you see a short guy with a tall, bad chick, thick. You feel me? That's because he got in her mind. It's a psychological thing. It's not really physical. You feel me? So yeah, I probably have a lot of tall women who like me too. You know? Matter of fact, to be honest with you, my dad's older brother, he got married to a tall woman. I have tall cousins. So it runs in the family. But like I was saying, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. because life teaches you a lot. Teaches you a lot. Um, but yeah, even if I'm in a Rolls Royce Cullinan right now, it's still gonna be the same thing. I know it is. I know it is, because a lot of people won't they'll be scared. Like what I'm going through might be scary to somebody else because they can't fathom it. They can't fathom it, and they never grinded enough to see it through. So, which is why they won't be successful. But if it takes a person like me to give you that discipline for you to, actually do it, then so be it too. But I know success is gonna be lonely. I know success is gonna be lonely, and I have to deal with that because, ultimately speaking, I'm the only one who sees it. I'm the only one who sees it. I talk to black women too, and black women, they tell me what goes around in the black community. Black women, they might be in the streets, but they don't like the streets like that. They do not like the streets. They do not want a man who's like in the streets. And they like peace. They like peace. So it's a lot of cheating going on too, which is why, black women and men, black men, they fall out. It's a lot of cheating, a lot of jealousy, a lot of baby daddies, a baby mama. Sometimes the baby daddy goes back to smashing the baby mama, so the guy who was with the baby mama lose out on it because the baby daddy has an imprint on the baby mama, so you cannot compete with that. You can't compete with that. So the baby daddy is always gonna end up smashing, or the baby mama is always gonna want the baby daddy who knows their body. Pussy's so good. Sometimes I actually wanna bust in there, but I have to pull out and just come on her pussy because it be so good. Like it be so good. It's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. Because scientifically speaking, it's good to have some pussy. You know what? At least once a month. At least once a month. If you're getting some pussy every week, even better. But I'm not telling you to get a lot of like just one pussy. You feel me? Because you could end up crashing out and catching something, fucking a lot of women. So, if you find a woman that's disciplined and she's not fucking nobody else, and she likes your meat, then keep doing it. And nobody gotta knows about it. Nobody gotta know about it unless you want people to be in your business. And just go your own way. Yeah, scientifically speaking, doctors would tell you it's good to have to have some pussy. And I be seeing studies saying that a lot of men are not having sex. I don't know if those studies are lying, but sometimes I have to go offline and not see all that stuff because I have to create my own reality. And then in my reality, pussy be good. Pussy be good. Like it gives you like that high. And it has this smell, this good smell. Like you ever get some that you just smell it and you can smell it on you too. It makes you happy. There's pheromones. Some good stuff. Sucking on some titties. Thick. It is some good stuff. So those relationship vibes you be seeing online, it's true. It's really true. Once you find that good love, keep her around. for sure. Um, and they always come back. Stethoscope says the same thing. They always come back. As a man, you should focus on your purpose because it could be a lot of pussy, but the money, that's tough. The bills you gotta pay, life, that's tough. Um, if you can build mental fortitude and have a house, have a business, women or your wife gravitate towards that. When you say busy, it's good to stay busy. Like it's not, sometimes it's not good to keep talking to everyone. Like sometimes it's good to just stay busy on your craft. Like my dog right now, he be so busy on his craft, he has so much women, calling him. That's how it is. That's just how the game goes. Cause he just be busy. Like people would call him and he's like, yo, I have a project right now that I'm working on. That shit just gives me fuel because I want to be that guy, bro. I want to be that guy. I'm still chasing success, man. I see success within others, you know. It's not envy. It's just something that I want for myself too, and I want to experience it. Um, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. I'll have my own house, my own car one day. I just have to keep pursuing, though. I just have to keep pursuing. Um, I have my flaws. I have my flaws. Um, you know, you might just be working as hard, and then you might just give in to pornography. Do not give in to these demons. Like literally, sometimes you might just have to go to sleep because that lust, it might catch you at night. It might catch you at night. Sometimes it might catch you after you take a shower too. After you take a shower, you feel me? You look good in the mirror. You feel me? You might, like me for example, I'm still in good shape. I'm still in good shape. I remember I was smashing this girl. She was like, "What's your muscular ass?" I didn't think anything of it though, but it was true. It was true. I was working out at the time, but it became a thing where I still look good. I still look good because I disciplined myself. What I went through, my body just got used to it. So I'm not eating. I'm not overeating. Sometimes I'll trick my body to eat something healthy. I could have got McDonald's this today, but I got a sub, which is fresh. It had tomatoes, it had lettuce, it had banana peppers, olives, black olives, the Publix sauce. You feel me? I was thinking about McDonald's, but I wanted something fulfilling. I wanted something to make me feel good, you know? Something to make me feel good inside. So that I can leave this content for you guys. Sometimes I would be thinking of McDonald's, but you know what? I'm gonna get some Chinese food instead because rice, the protein, it was cooked. It wasn't processed like McDonald's. McDonald's tastes good as hell. I ain't gonna hold you, but at the end of the day, right after you get done eating it, you might feel bad. I'm not gonna hold you. And slowly but surely you get fat. And I have no problems against fat people. I've been around fat people. They're cool, but they're fighting something. They're definitely fighting something. And the best thing for them to do is just go to the gym, man. Go to the gym, lock in. Um, you know, tell yourself, eat good meals. Tell yourself you're gonna get up and do it today. I've had girls in high school. There's this girl right now. I see her on Instagram. She used to be fat in high school, but she still fight those demons of like, yo, she be crying, she be having story times. She was like, oh my God, I'm, I'm telling her, like, whatever you're fighting right now, do not worry about nobody. Do not worry about nobody, because she probably went to school with some of those people in the high school, and then they're comparing. Like I said, comparing is the thief of joy. But I'm pretty sure she locks in. She probably locks in, forget all those people, works out, and then posts her clips. Good. You feel me? She went on a rant on a story time, and I gave her that motivation. I was like, sweetheart, just lock in. Lock in, because those people, they don't care. They want to look. All they want to do is look. And it's good for you when they're looking, because they're giving you views, and those views goes into your algorithms, and surely it becomes monetized, and then you have a business. She has a cake business. I'm not gonna say her name, but she has a cake business, and I feel as though some of those women in high school, I could probably smash now. There was this one girl though. Her name was, I'm gonna say her name, Merelda Tavares. She was so fine. She was one of the finest. I had a crush on a lot of girls in high school, but I still had that little bit of motion of actually pulling up on them. Like, guys will congratulate me for pulling up on bad chicks, but I couldn't keep it going. Now I can keep it going. Trust me, I can keep it going. But I still have that motion where I could pull up on any bad shorty. And then with experience, you start to learn that girls are a distraction, and it's not even girls that are a distraction. Sometimes it's niggas too. Niggas be like, yo, I fuck more bitches than you, this and that. When it's all illusion, it's all biased. It was never that real, because it was just never that authentic. You could be smashing a lot of girls and still be broke. So yeah. Matter of fact, there's niggas right now that are on their couch, sleeping on somebody else's couch and still getting girl. That's emotion. It's just emotion. If you don't have that motion, learn how to get it. I didn't have those motion, but I had to learn myself. I had to tap into my reality. I had to do what works for me. Because not every girl is gonna like you. So yeah. I bet you right now, if I come out and pop out in a relationship, every girl will probably want me. But I don't do that. I'm not gonna post my women. I'd rather keep my women private. So yeah. I talked about pornography, the detriments, and these are things I've been talking about. But the thing is, I used to read a lot of books, right? I still do here and there, because it puts you in a different world or a different realm. But one of my gurus, he told me that you read all these books, why don't you take action? I always thought about that, and that's what I've started to do. Like, when you read a book, take actions towards it, apply it. Even it doesn't really have to be about money. It could be about a science fiction or a non-fiction story. You can make a comic book out of it. Like, you can make like a video out of it. Like, you can make like a story out of it too, out of those books. Like, that's called taking action. It's not just finance, money, this, money, that, money, this. sometimes you might have to, think outside the box. Um, but yeah, I'm a creative. I'm always gonna get called weird. Um, Kanye was Kanye was addicted to pornography. But I feel as though when he got away from that, he used probably his sexual energy to create merch, visions, visuals, sounds, um, beats, making beats for 3 summers or something like that, um, or months. Um, but yeah, lust is something. If you can control it, you become a beast. Like you really become a beast, because it's an energy that can be flowed into something else. Um, yeah, guys. Um, yeah, I remember. Like I said, when I smashed Shorty, when I smashed Shorty, she said, "You came a lot." Yeah, I came a lot because I stayed away from the pornography. I work, and that's all that energy that I released. I released all that energy, um, which is a good thing, and it was healthy too. It was very healthy because I didn't, go on porn and release it like that. And it's not just me. I know a lot of people are battling with the same thing, but the difference between me and them is I'm talking about it. I'm not letting it inside. It's not being bottled up. I'm talking about it and I'm releasing it. So I'm releasing it in that form, verbally, which is why people, they get therapy. You can be your own therapy. You don't even have to pay for it. But yeah, I've been told to download TikTok. I do not have a TikTok. I feel like it's because I fell into the whole. I think I probably watched a YouTube video, and it's a Chinese app, and every app is pretty much watching what you're doing. It doesn't even matter. Like there's apps that will ask you for your location just so they can make their algorithms better. Like you could download a restaurant app right now. They'll ask for your location, but which is a good thing because it helps them. It helps that business. So there's positives out of it. Yeah, so with TikTok you can fall deep into the doom scrolling. So I never downloaded TikTok, probably because of that reason, because it can get dark. But I'm thinking about downloading it though, because I can create a niche off of it. It's good to build on something that you might think is negative because you're not seeing the vision. I'm probably seeing the vision right now because I might post my art on there. I might go on live. I might do what I'm doing right now. I might, go on live, speak, and I might get my views up. Talk to my chat. Have my mods and all that good stuff. Create a community. Create my own community. And all that good stuff. And the thing is, what I'm doing right now, everyone else is doing it, but they won't post. They won't post it. They will just leave it in their drive. I feel that's what I feel like. People they don't want to release. They don't want to release because they're thinking of what other people are gonna think. I release. Not only I release, I also send it to a lot of people. Send it to a lot of people individually, and that's the toughest thing ever. Like imagine sending a video to a lot of people individually, like literally copy and paste, copy and paste. It's not like I can say, "Hey Siri." It's not like I can call Siri and ask Siri to send it to a lot of people like Iron Man. I know there's people that can do that right now, but they won't take that action. There's people literally right now that can do that right now. but they won't do it. But if I figure out how to do it, trust me, I'll become a different beast, because there's resources. All I have to do is go out and look for them. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's been great talking to you guys. It's been great talking to you guys. Yo, I don't even have to worry about my phone like dying on me right now, because the battery is phenomenal on the iPhone 14 Plus. I'm still a fan of Apple. Um, to be honest with you, I think low key, um, I feel like Apple and Google, they probably work together. I feel like there's a back end going on. I feel like secretly every tech company or every business, they're friends in person, but they're competing with each other. Like it's like kind of like presidents, they go to like a room, right? It's like a big table, they all sit with each other, and they're like friends and this and that. But it's the media that's fucking everything up, like, because journalists gotta eat, writers gotta eat, creative writers gotta eat, cameramen gotta eat, who else gotta eat, paparazzi gotta eat. So it's all a game. Everybody gotta make some money. So um if you know the real, you keep working. Like if you know what's real, which is why some people, they be like, yo, you're faking it till you make it. It might look like I'm faking it till I make it, when I'm really not, because I know the real. So if I have to fake it till I make it, it's because it's in your perspective. You're thinking I'm faking it till I make it. But no, I'm just being real. And sometimes the real people, it takes longer for them to be successful. So um if you can cope with that, then you'll be more humble. Um so yeah. Oh, I also wanted to say, shout out to Rich and Unemployed podcast with Jonathan. Um he's he's in the can right now, so free him. He's a Haitian brother just like myself. He's the one that gives me fuel. Um, I remember I used to listen to him a lot. He said he used to scam or whatever, but he wasn't really talking about that. He was talking about the streets. He was talking about photography. He was talking about rebranding yourself. He was talking about changing for a better perspective. He was talking about getting out of the country. He was talking about how America is just a thing, but once you get out of America, you see the bigger picture. He was um so like the fraud thing caught up to him, but he said he will pay all that money back. um he's reading right now. He said he has something coming, and I'm waiting for to see it. um so yeah, I'm excited about that. uh he got movies coming out too as well, probably working with producers. Bro, if I worked for that guy, I would be successful. I would be successful, trust. Well, I'm already successful, but I don't have that amount of success, because success is within you. It's in you, not on you. But um that will go a lot over a lot of people's heads, so it's okay. But um yeah, um I used to be shy. I probably still am shy, but I used to think it was a bad thing. But there's positives in it. I used to be quiet as well, but it's not that I'm quiet. It's because I'm thinking. So I have to put myself in a position to think with other thinkers, you know. But when it's time to talk, I talk, and sometimes when I talk, I might say the truth, and other people might not like it. So I have to. It's not. Sometimes it's not that they don't like it. It's that they don't understand, because I might see the vision and they might not see the vision, so I might have to articulate myself even more for them to get it. And it's not easy to make somebody understand. It's not easy to get somebody to understand something. So which is why they have teachers. So um yeah. um and the thing with life will teach you. Life is the best teacher anyways. Life is the best teacher. um and sometimes, like I said, I be working so hard to the point where I lose track of time. I do not care. I don't see time. like I'll be working and a whole year will go back by and I will not notice, because I've been working while other people were being distracted or lazy or or confused. They're complaining because time went by so fast and it feels like you know they didn't achieve anything. That's because they were constantly comparing. I don't know what they're doing, but they were doing something that they probably wrote, but they never took action towards it. They might have, like, in their room, they might have be successful, have grit, or have this or have that, but they never took action towards that. I don't know what they got going on, but um sometimes I lock in. um and the reason I lock in is because I think about my past. Sometimes I think about all the bad experiences, so I lock in even more. Like, it gives you that fuel. That fuel. It's a burning desire. A lot of entrepreneurs will talk about that. A burning desire. If you have that, it can help you a lot. But yeah, I live in nature. I have tasks. Fed the chickens. Fed the dog. Um, you know, and I'm grateful. I make sure I eat. Do not stay hungry. Don't go hungry, because the whole purpose of eating is so that you can be in a better mind state. And when you're in a better mind state, you're eating healthy, your body feels good, and it could be good for your business, it could be good for your life, and good for your relationships. So eat something healthy, even if it's walnuts or nuts, peanuts, raisins, something. Eat something that's good, that's gonna nurture your body. And if you feel like um the world is heavy, then seek God. And you don't necessarily have to, I'll say, go to church, because it's all a business, and there's Allah and all these things. um Damn, I want to go more, because there's more I have to talk about. um but yeah, it's all a business. I think Tupac talked about it. Tupac said, there is gold on the ceilings of church. Why do I have to look at up on gold so that I can see God? You know? Yeah, Tupac was definitely heavy in the digital underground. We're still in the digital underground right now. But yeah, I watched the Jack Boy interview with Revolt. Banks is funny. Um, Perspective with Bank. He oh, he don't be in the streets. It's too, the thing is, these guys, they don't be in the streets. These guys, they're on their computers, they're streaming, they're doing something productive. It might seem like they're in the streets, but they have street knowledge. Just respect that. Um, but yeah, um, I think Jack Boy should go back friends with Kodak. He calls Kodak weird too. Like I said, a lot of people will call you weird. Uh, Jack Boy called Kodak weird because Kodak be texting him emotional stuff, and then Jack Boy would take it as neutral. He will be like, Jack Boy will will. It's not that he likes it or don't like it. He just takes it as for what it is, and he wish him the best, and he still think he's cool. But I still think they should link back up together, because the thing is, I think when Jack Boy was locked up, they had to do, him and Kodak had to do an album together, and I think Jack Boy went independent. He was still supposed to release an album under Kodak, and then things happened. But Jack Boy did make me think about something. Jack Boy said Kodak had a lawyer that was playing with his conscience. So yeah. What else have I watched? I talked about Danica. Danica Marie talks about men are not the problem. And yeah. But yeah, hopefully, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching so much. In the future, hopefully I could I'm using my LTE data for this. In the future, hopefully I can have a YouTube go live. I'll try to figure that. I'll try to release some reels as well, with the YouTube studio, with what YouTube gives me. And yeah, enjoy this podcast, this talk, this conversation. Spark up if you have to, take a shot. Be mindful. Laugh if you have to, because that when you laugh, it sometimes release all the negative toxins or negative energy. Yeah. And shout out to this podcaster on Twitter. I found her on Twitter Spaces. I'm gonna put her information in the descriptions, and I think her name is like Reloaded with T or TT or something like that. So I'll post her stuff. She has good listens, and I told her some good ideas through the DMs. Hopefully she responds back. She gave me like a black heart. She's a black queen. And I told her I'll collaborate great with her as well. So she's probably one of the reasons why I'm leaving this video here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.